What if I told you that right now, as Wall Street sleeps on one of the biggest medical breakthroughs in decades, a handful of insiders are quietly loading up on shares of a tiny biotech that's already proven it can deliver life-changing gains? I'm talking about a stock that exploded over 900% shortly after insiders started piling in the last time. What did they know that the rest of the world didn't? If you want breakdowns like this before they become headlines, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That's how you catch these setups while they're still forming. A single breakthrough announcement surrounding an ongoing Phase 3 trial that would inevitably meet its endpoint goal, resulting in every $10,000 invested into a staggering $90,000. And now the exact same setup is unfolding again, with insiders pouring in millions, and all with another trial soon to be coming to an end. But here's the kicker. Big pharma giants and their cronies on Wall Street don't want you to know about it. They've got billions riding on outdated treatments that rake in profits while patients suffer. This is the hidden war in oncology, a crisis where drug resistance is claiming lives, and the elites are suppressing the next revolution to protect their empires. If you're one of the 99% of investors missing this, you could be leaving fortunes on the table. For nearly 2 decades, I've been the rogue trader spotting explosive opportunities before the herd rushes in. Back in late 2023, when this very stock was languishing in obscurity, I spotted massive cluster buys flooding the market. I issued an urgent trade alert to my followers, and boom, just months later, on May 30th, 2024, the company dropped bombshell Phase 3 results, validating their game-changing drug and sending shares skyrocketing over 900% in just 10 months. Those who listened turned pocket change into windfalls. I've beaten Wall Street at their own game time and again, from crypto surges to hidden tech plays, and now I'm revealing my next bombshell call, one that could eclipse them all. Picture this: a revolutionary drug that's not just another pill, but a dual-threat weapon smashing through cancer's defenses in ways big pharma's blockbusters can't. We're staring down a $100 billion lung cancer market exploding at 14% annually through 2030, fueled by aging populations and unmet needs in resistant cases. This tiny company holds the key, a first-in-class therapy that's already outpacing giants like Merck's Keytruda in head-to-head trials, slashing progression risks by 40% in key lung cancer subtypes. Analysts project it could capture $5 to $10 billion in peak sales, turning this undervalued gem into a 10x or even 50x monster as approvals roll in. Don't take my word for it. Look at the cold, hard facts. SEC filings show insiders dumping cash into shares just last October, with the co-CEOs each snapping up $500,000 worth and a director dropping a whopping $10 million at prices higher than today's. That's not pocket change. That's conviction screaming, buy now. Financial reports confirm a rock-solid $710 million cash war chest, funding a pipeline that's firing on all cylinders. And market data, the global oncology sector is set to hit $100 billion by 2030, with this drug's niche in EGFR mutated NSCLC alone worth billions as resistance to old guard TKIs leaves patients desperate. But the real fireworks? A slate of imminent triggers that could send this stock parabolic. The FDA's BLA decision looms in Q4 2026, potentially unlocking U.S. commercialization. Mid-2026 brings Phase 3 data from their current trial, pitting this powerhouse against Keytruda in squamous NSCLC, data that could crush the competition. Wall Street's warming up too, with upgrades from Barclays and averages pointing to 82% upside. Short sellers, they're exposed, ripe for a squeeze as positive news hits. One more layer working in our favor. What makes this setup even more interesting is that the insider buying isn't happening in a vacuum. We're seeing multiple buys from top executives, clear conviction, not token purchases, clustered activity within a short time window. And on top of that, those buys are occurring near the bottom of a long-standing trading range. This stock has spent a long time moving back and forth inside a defined zone. Historically, when price has dipped into this area, selling pressure has dried up and buyers have stepped in. That matters for one simple reason. It tilts the risk-reward equation. Downside can be managed more tightly because support is clearly defined. At the same time, the upside does not require a breakout into new highs. A routine rotation back toward the top of the existing range would still translate into a move of more than 100% from here. So while insiders are the primary signal, the chart quietly reinforces the idea that this is not a reckless bet at elevated prices. It's a calculated entry point, one where conviction buying and structure happen to line up at the same time. Here's the part most people miss. The biggest gains never come after the headlines. They come in the quiet window before Wall Street is forced to admit it was wrong. Last time insiders bought, then the trial data hit. Then the stock exploded more than 900%. By the time the media caught on, the opportunity was already gone. Today we are back in that window. Insiders are buying again. The science is further along. The regulatory path is clearer. And the next major clinical and FDA milestones are already on the calendar. The difference this time is simple. You either position before the crowd or you read about it after the move has already happened. I am intentionally not publishing the ticker, the full trial timeline, or the exact positioning strategy here. That information is reserved for members only. Inside the premium version, I break down the exact company and why this setup mirrors the last 900% run, the insider buying pattern that historically precedes major re-ratings, the upcoming catalysts that matter most and which ones Wall Street is underestimating, how we are thinking about position sizing and risk management before the data hits. This is not a hype trade. It is a pattern we've seen before forming again in real time. You can watch this play out from the sidelines and hope to catch the next headline. If you want to go deeper, there's a link in the video and in the description where you can read the full article and see how this framework works in practice. That's also where you can upgrade if you want access to the full trade details and ongoing research. Once the next trial result or regulatory headline hits, this window closes. And just like last time, only early readers will benefit. If this breakdown added value, subscribe and turn on notifications. This channel is about catching structural shifts early, before headlines, before consensus, before the easy move is gone. I'll see you in the next update.